So we start at the mouth of the hollowed bridge, a hollowed out log size of giants. It grants access to travel across the ravine that's beneath it. The party looks into the darkness, and standing there is Ian's character.
So my character is Luke Foster. He is a veteran, an old soldier. Not old, maybe late 30s. He's a little bit draggled at this point after having slumped up and down the coast after getting shipwrecked. Definitely hasn't shaved in a while. His hair is loose, probably a little matted at this point. He's got leather armor. Probably should be replaced at some point because I'm sure it didn't do too well for him. He's got a sword and shield, and I think he's had him on him through this whole time so far.
I feel like your sword and shield are they like standard issue kind of?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, they've definitely been put through their paces over the last few days.
Right, so they show their age.
Mm-hmm.
Standing next to Luke is Glenn's character.
Yeah, which is John to everybody so far. Probably the most noteworthy thing is his cloak that was, at one point kind of a fine cloak, but it's looking pretty disheveled and full of arrow holes and such. And he's, probably looking pretty awful. Like, bandages all over, 5 o'clock shadow, just looking like he probably hasn't slept very well. And, I guess as far as, weapon right now, he's probably just got the bow that he found earlier.
Right, the bandit's bow.
Yeah.
So, with that, following behind in the pack is a young boy, long black hair. It's Kala. He has a tunic on and slacks with boots on, leather armor on top of that. His hair is immaculate almost. You see, he takes really good care of it, and he ties it back with what looks to be like a red ribbon almost. He rides on top of which has become, I guess, the party's bison, who we affectionately named Giambi. More curly hair than not. It's almost like an afro bull. Last we have is the man who probably changed the most in these past 2 days. And before we describe him, let's take a little bit of a flashback into the night where all these changes kind of happened. So, Jordan, describe what happened during the night.
Currently, seeing myself in the mirror and recognizing that I'm not as incognito as I thought I was because there are wanted posters of me that describe me perfectly, I decided to undergo a new alias. So instead of being Daniel Rudolph, my name is now Matthew Walker. To accompany that, I will have to change my looks. So, knowing that Alistair's is probably still open and that I can talk to my man over there, I decide to head over there to buy some items for our journey, as well as new things that will help my disguise.
So you make your way to Alistair's shop, and it's late at night, but you see there's still people toiling around working inside the shop.
So I decide to enter. I see Alistair's back towards me, which feels like the standard now. And I see my man Asher putting stuff back on the shelves. I go up to Asher and I ask him, "Hey Asher, look, I didn't know how far my image, I suppose, has spread through the land. There's a lot of wanted posters about me, so I think I'm gonna have to change up my looks. Is there any, do you have anything that is kind of like black dye so that I can color my hair, as well as maybe some fake glasses or something?"
Yeah. I think I can help you with that. You notice his plumage on his head is unnaturally red, so it's probably the right guy to talk to. He goes into the back, he grabs some powders, some concoctions. He's like, "Just run this through your hair a few times and it'll be as dark as night."
All right. Do you have any extra in case I need to keep this up?
Yeah, I put it in the bag for you.
Oh, thanks. How much do I owe you?
Nothing.
Oh, you're crazy. I gotta give you something.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Give me a place to stay when I find my way to Berengar.
Okay. You got that.
Inside the bag, you got some supplies. There's inside. You look, you peek, you see there's 2 health potions, 2 stamina potions. There's a knife, probably some bedrolls that he's gonna provide for you guys too.
That's a big bag.
Yeah, it's like you know, when you see the travelers or shopkeepers in like RPGs,
Hmm?
you know, they have like that gigantic backpack. It's Death Stranding.
Oh, it's like a giant like camper's backpack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he gives you like a camper's backpack.
Thank you.
There's a flint and steel in there. Everything you need to travel. You know, it's what you're doing is foolish, right?
Well, I've always knew that, but I'd rather it be noble and foolish than foolish and just, I guess, just that. Oh, and you can't call me Daniel anymore.
What's your name now?
Matthew Walker.
All right, Walker. Take care of that necklace. I want to see it back.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, the camera zooms into the necklace, and you see it's a simple necklace, string, with it tied around what looks to be a shark's tooth a bit. You know, it means something to Asher, which he imparted to you.
Mm.
The camera zooms back out, and we're back at the mouth of the bridge. You see the new and improved Matthew Walker.
Instead of kind of loose, unkempt blonde hair, it is now jet black and slick back. I'm wearing some fake eyeglasses just to help deceive people of how I used to look. And as per usual, I choose to wear my padded armor under my clothes as to fool people into thinking that I'm stronger than I really am. Kind of like a, false padding.
So you're wearing like the fake like inflatable muscles.
Yeah, you could say that.
Ooh.
Because I don't want people thinking they can take advantage of me because I'm scrawny. So yeah, so I look a little beefier than I should. And my clothes have been cleaned since we were back at Volos. So, but once something white has been stained, it will never go back completely. So it's still, you could tell that I've been rolling around. I used a sword and a dagger. And before we even set off, I let my friends here know that I have some extra supplies for us so that they're fully aware of what we have going into this.
Okay.
And I'm tall.
Wait, like you just got tall?
Yes.
No, I've been tall.
Oh, okay.
So you guys stand in front of a large chasm. Your breathing is visible in the cold air. Though winter is coming to an end soon. The ravine below it, the bridge falls into darkness. You hear the sounds of rushing water. You know the current is pulling strong, and that if you were to fall into this ravine, it will carry you all the way to the abyss, where no man has come back yet. The sounds of birds cawing come from further into the forest. The large hollow tree seems to be almost too big for a human to have crafted. What do you guys do at the mouth of the hollow bridge?
I think I'm just gonna kind of inspect it and just kind of, I don't know, maybe awe, but also wonder, how safe it is.
Right.
Does anyone have perhaps an eyeglass, like a telescope so that we can see further out?
Sorry, Chum.
I should have bought one.
So you can always move a story point to say that was in the bag Asher gave you.
Yeah,
Sure.
that'd be good for later too.
Yeah.
Spyglass?
Yeah.
So like a telescopic lens.
Yeah. Oh, I found one. It was in my back pocket. So I take out the eyeglass and I look further down the bridge to see if there's anything there.
You see Kala is like fastening the goggles on as you guys are doing this. You take the telescopic lens and extend it. And you peer through, and the bridge is long. See some of the daylight kind of shining through like the knots in the tree and the bridge.
I also want to check the condition of the bridge. Is it stable looking?
Yeah, despite the knots and so let me describe what you see first. You see that the tree is hardy. It seems to be very sturdy, and it seems to be well traveled. You notice that inside of the tree there seems to be its own ecosystem. There's fauna and flora. You see there's vines hanging from above. You see that there's knots that kind of give a glimpse outside of the bridge.
How wide is this tree that there's things growing inside it?
Good question. The tree, it's big enough to have at least 4 bison side to side.
Okay.
It's really, really wide.
Is it just me, or has our little cohort had some bad experiences with bridges? I'm just picturing walking across planks, walking across logs. This is really, I feel like us walking on top of wood over treacherous areas has in general not worked out for us.
which is why I have this. And I lift up the eyeglass high into the sky.
So before you do, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
It's gonna be 2 purple, 1 red.
Oh!
You get a boost.
While they're kind of scoping out the thing, just so I don't leave it behind, I'm going to put all my supplies onto Gamby.
Yeah.
2 purple, 1 red, 1 boost. Perceive. So there's no successes at all, but there's 3 advantage.
Okay. Is there anything you want to do in particular with those advantages?
So perception is something that I chose to do.
Mm-hmm. You know, you actively decide to look to peer into the forest.
So perhaps with the advantage, I might see something that, while we're traveling, might give us a ways of perhaps taking cover.
Okay. So yeah, there's a...
Because going down a very linear bridge will open us up to long range attacks very easily.
Right.
So we have something that can constitute as cover that might help.
Okay. So what do you want the cover to be?
Like a big branch that they didn't take care of yet when they were making this a nice straight bridge path that was intended to, so it ends up jutting out, and you can see that people are mostly like stepping over it. You see like footprints on it and whatnot.
Right.
So it seems rather sturdy if people can stand on it very easily.
Okay. So what do you guys do?
There's only one way. Unless we're crazy and want to fall into that current and take a shortcut all the way down to the obelisk, but I think that's stupid.
Yeah, no, you did that earlier.
Yeah, it's not fun. I'm glad I tried it out and figured that out for us.
Good work.
Thank you.
I think Luke is gonna feel a little twitchy, but ready to get it over with. So he's got a hand on his sword and maybe gripping it or ready to grip it at any moment, kind of thing, and ready to walk down the path.
You see Kala takes the ribbon out of his hair and ties it more like a headband, so he keeps his hair back out of his face. Okay, guys, it's time, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put our excess supplies on Giambi. So
Is that what we should do? I mean, what do we have on hand on everybody right now?
well, mostly these new bedrolls that I got, because they won't benefit us being on our back, I think. Right. We can put some extra ones on Gambi.
Okay.
Yeah, but everything else, potions and whatnot. Oh, how you guys on the potion front?
I have 1 healing elixir on hand.
I don't think I have anything on me.
Okay, John. How about you, Kala?
I have 1 of each.
So, John, I have a total of 2 of each. I'm going to give you 1 and 1. A stamina and a health one. So, those are about the extent of the supplies I got and the bedrolls, because I think we still got a long journey out.
Who's gonna lead the way?
I think the man with the shield should lead the way.
Sensible. Gonna grab a bedroll, wrap it in some rope nice and tight, tight around the waist. Maybe
I got
a couple torches, wire skin.
I got an extra flint and steel, too.
Oh, great.
From the supply run.
That'll come in handy. You never know if you get separated.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so who's gonna stay in back?
I'll guard the back. Gambi in the middle, right, with you on top of him, and then John just ready to rock and roll wherever.
Yeah, I feel that's sensible.
All right. Yeah, just, nobody get in the way if I try to shoot something with this bow.
Okay.
I'm a pretty crack shot, but, you might, get in the way.
Why are you saying stuff like this, John? We're a team.
I'm just saying, don't get in the way, that's all.
So as you two begin to bicker, you guys take your first steps into the bridge. The sound of the wind reverberates in the bridge. Your voices almost echo. So you see in front of you vines and moss. You see small animals, nothing very big, but you see like rodents, like rats and rabbits.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there snow yet at all?
Snow? It's inside of the bridge?
Yeah, like did any drip on through, I suppose, so that our traction's bad?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually almost like a safe haven from the cold from the outside. Kala begins. So, what's the plan? Like, what if we do see the knight in the alabaster armor? What do we do?
I guess the real question is, what do you want to do? You want to avenge your father, then we would have to kill that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess that's the plan. I guess the real question is once we get to him, can we kill him? Like, who knows what he can do? Like, would you say your father was a really strong man?
Yeah. My father was part of the Berengar army.
Oh, man. I think we're in for a tough fight, but the four of us together, I think... Oh, sorry, Gamby. 5. We could probably do it.
What do you guys think?
I don't know, kid. Been on the run so long, just kind of directionless. You know, if I can do something right, that'll be good for my soul, I think.
Yeah, honestly, not really knowing much about what we're getting into is a little worrisome, but, you know, hey, we'll do what we can, I guess.
You see there's a smile on Kala's face. He's very happy about the support that he has. You know, ever since my father passed, life's been kind of rough. You know, I'm happy to have met you guys.
Yeah, I think we got a good thing going, especially with everything we've been through these past few days. It could always be worse, right?
Don't say that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, one of us could be like crazy or something.
As soon as you said that, you hear a voice bellow out from the other side of the bridge.
Daniel Rudolph!
So you hear the voice reverberates, echoes, and you see a man whose presence and aura is gigantic. You look at him, he has muscles upon muscles. Covering his face is a fur coat. It doesn't, like a fur, like just shawl.
Oh, I thought you could say like a fur mask, and it's like, oh, that's scary.
Kind of like a fur mask. So, refer to the picture. Show him the picture.
Oh boy.
There's a nice picture here.
Oh, did you draw this?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I didn't draw this. I did.
Well, that's scary. Who is this guy?
This man is searching for you.
Me?
In particular, he yelled out your name. He begins to run. You can see that there's strides taken.
Matthew, what am I looking at?
I don't know who this is.
Everybody roll a vigilance check.
I don't know who this is. You asking me?
Oh no.
As you see the man running towards you, you feel frigid. There's a frost that seems to be enveloping you guys in here. Something that you thought you were safe from.
Now he's just sort of like, I would think he's sort of just flexing a little bit, trying to look all tough. He's like, can't get away from me, boy. I'm the masked Weasel!
The what?
I said, I am the masked Weasel.
The nest weasel?
Listen, damn it! The masked Weasel! Yeah!
The what?
With that being said, I think he's gonna take the first turn because the enemies are going first.
Okay. Oh.
Oh my
Jesus.
god! 4 successes, 1 advantage.
So I think before he goes for this clothesline, he's like, I'm gonna be all over you, boy. I'm gonna be over you like butter. I'm gonna baste you, and then I'm gonna roast you.
How much damage does that do? What's he do? How does he swing at him?
Oh, he just runs at him full force and just clotheslines him like right across the neck. Let's see. It's brawl is just
It's 6 flat.
6. Okay.
6 plus your successes.
Oh, so then 10.
So it's 10 damage. Before
Jeez.
soak.
Okay.
You alive?
Yes.
Oh wait, sorry. Momentum plus 3 damage.
It's 13 damage.
13 damage.
Where are you at right now?
2.
2. Player turn next. Who wants to act?
I'd be good with acting.
Okay.
So first, I think I'm just gonna. I'm like shocked at myself for letting him get past me as quick as he did. Obviously, I slightly underestimated him. So I'm gonna look at him and say like, "Hey, get back here!" I'm gonna do my challenge. So he'll get a boost if he attacks me, but he'll get a
Setback.
2
Right?
setbacks if he attacks anyone other than me.
That's fantastic.
All right, and after that, I'm gonna go ahead and try to swing at him. Oh, that was bad. That was bad, guys. What advantage?
1 advantage. So what do you want to do with that advantage? Well, describe the attack first. What were you doing?
Right. So I'm just really, I think, focusing on trying to get his attention. So I'm making my moves unnecessarily, like, kind of wild, trying to distract him, get his attention away from Daniel/Matthew. Basically, like, hey, don't ignore me. Like, I'm right here.
That being said, we have another player next.
I'll go.
Okay.
Could I use deception to play dead?
Yeah.
I'm not even trying too hard to do deception because that almost took my whole life away.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play dead. What would the difficulty be? Is it his believability against mine?
I'm gonna say his vigilance. So 1.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it's just easy. It's easy.
So it's just 1.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I mess this up, I'm jumping off the bridge. I'm not gonna let man handle me to death. I'll let the abyss take me, and I'll come back as like some kind of cool skeleton.
Matthew the White.
Triumph.
So that's a total of 4 successes and a triumph.
Okay.
So with that triumph, I would like to say when he clotheslines me so hard that he heard a crack. And it was the ferret, because the ferret was always on my shoulder. Now, it doesn't have to die, but he truly believes that he broke my neck. Okay? So that's with 4 successes. So he believes he broke my neck. I'm just, after that hit, I close my eyes and I just stay on the ground.
So you see from flanking you guys from behind are groups of bandits, similar to the guys you saw before. They wear ragtag armor. They have their birth sigils covered up with black ink tattoos. They look almost hesitant to kind of enter in, or they're already in, but they look kind of hesitant to almost attack, but they decide to lunge forward and attack at Kala. Kala does not get hit, actually.
How nice. A little boy.
But so the bandit lunges forward, swings. Gambi moves out of the way, but Gambi shakes the ground beneath you guys as he moves. Whoever's going next is going to take a setback.
I'll probably just try to fire off an arrow at one of the guys that are attacking from the back.
So they're short distance away. So I would say 1 difficulty. They have no range defense, so you're good.
Is just 3 advantage. I missed. Maybe after I fire off the arrow, one of the guys seems a little more vulnerable, I guess, to some sort of an attack, like a little more open, because he kind of like dodged out of the way, but now
Kala, seeing his newly found brother fallen, he runs up to Walker. He puts his hands on you, and he recites an incantation.
Can I whisper to him when he does that?
Mm-hmm.
Can I just let him know? It's like, let him believe I am dead. He was looking for me.
So you heal 3.
Okay, I'm gonna stay on the ground. I'm gonna pretend like I'm dead still.
So Kala runs up to you. He puts his hands upon you, and you feel the warmth of like a gentle heat kind of caressing your body. You see some of your wounds starting to dissipate. Kala heeds your warning that you gave him earlier. He's gonna use 2 more strain, and he's gonna start walking towards, leaving you on the floor and kind of acting like
he checked to see if I was still alive.
Like it didn't work, right? So he starts to almost confront this man. Last group, you see they take their arrows, they aim, and they fire at Luke. It's gonna be here. Right, so they take their arrows, they peer back, they let loose, they fire, whizzes through, take 6 damage before soak. With that being said, we start the initiative fresh.
like, does he notice the...
Oh yeah.
So, he probably like looks like he's about to attack Luke at some point, but then he kind of looks down and sees the ferret.
Noodle
looks dead.
What?
And he's like, Elizabeth!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And so he probably gets down on his knees.
Can I make it clear that I don't want the ferret to die just because that's my friend?
Well, it's also His friend.
Okay.
But he is.
It was his ferret.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Remember when I said he had intel on you guys?
Yeah. The ferret gave him intel? Are you kidding?
Animals, dude.
That's crazy. We might try and let it die.
I think with it, you probably fly into a rage.
Yeah, like I think maybe he's on the like on his knees for a second. He sort of like picks it up, and then maybe he just sort of like starts shaking. Like,
Jeez.
Okay, so the way I'm gonna rule this is whoever he attacks is gonna have a boost die to it and 2 setbacks. What are you doing?
I like Noodle. I can't believe Noodle was a spy. I feel so betrayed right now.
What are you
Don't
doing?
trust anyone, kid. It's first rule of war.
Oh, I'm dead. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
What are you doing, Mask Weasel?
yeah, I think he just goes for the first person he sees, which is probably the guy brandishing his sword all crazy.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, he flies into a rage and runs up and probably tries to drop kick him.
Okay. Holy shit. Glenn's trying to kill you guys today.
Sorry.
You made him. You made
Oh,
him do
Jesus.
this. This is positively awful.
So it looks like
This man has too much mass.
a triumph, a success, and 2 advantage. He just stands up from his knees and just sort of, I think, immediately drop kicks Luke in the chest.
Name standing drop kick.
Yes.
So
What do you-
badass.
So he doesn't even run. He just stands up and drop kicks.
That triumph is going to be used for a crit. So roll me a D100, Luke. Or do we have the crit giver roll the 100?
I like the crit giver giving it.
Okay.
Because they're the ones that dealt it.
Fair enough.
Okay. 41.
No, it gets reduced by 10 because I'm durable.
Okay, 31.
So you have what's called a stinger. You increase the difficulty of the next check by 1.
Okay.
And then what do you want to do with those advantages, Weasel?
Maybe he kind of does like the Hulk Hogan thing where he just sort of shakes his fists a bunch of times and it looks like he's getting stronger somehow.
Okay. So next time he goes, he gets another boost.
I think, yeah.
No.
Okay. that's the thing, you know, he's really upset right now.
Before we go to the next player turn, you guys feel that cold? It's getting worse. You guys begin to lose like balance a bit.
Wow.
Right? You can see there's ice forming at your feet. Everybody's gonna take a setback from moving in the ice unless you're prepared for it. Kala runs up to you and he casts something. He puts his arms around your shoulders, or puts his hands on your shoulders. He recites another incantation, and you feel this warmth hanging upon you. But this is different from what Daniel was feeling. Instead, you start to see what appears to be like golden runes appear across your body. You increase all your checks from now on.
Mm-hmm.
He's augmenting you, right? So you increase all your checks from now on. I need you to beat him up. I'm not sure if I could take a hit from this man. I saw what happened to Matt Walker.
Okay, I think I'll take the next one. Yeah, that's it. All right, so I'm just going to try to attack him again.
He wears no armor. He has no defense.
Oh my Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, no. Straight misses, 2 advantage. 2 misses, 2 advantage.
Okay, so what do you want to do with those advantages?
Distract him, keep that challenge going, make sure that he gets distracted so he doesn't away from everybody else. I don't know if I can tire him out. I give him some strain or something.
Okay. So the enemies are going next. You see the bandit groups in the back. They start to run up. They run across the bridge on the walls. They grab onto some of the vines and they all land next to Daniel. As they land on next to you, you see they're like trying to they're gonna pick you up and haul you away.
Could I actually use my turn because Kala healed me to prevent this?
Your turn is next if you want to take it.
I'll take it.
Yeah, so as they start to grab at you, what do you do?
So I'm going to let one pick me up, and then I'm going to stab him with my dagger.
Okay.
Because they thought I was dead.
Before you go, though,
Mhm.
because if you're being held and then I try to shoot at them with my bow, it would be harder for me and I might hit you.
Okay, you can
So
go
I think
first.
maybe can I just try to get a shot off at them?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, so roll it.
Okay.
Save me.
Still 1 difficulty? Easy?
Mhm.
Okay. So that's 2 successes and then 3 advantage.
So that's how much damage altogether?
Oh, does it add successes to it?
Yeah.
Okay, so then 9.
So you down one of them. Which one do you down?
Probably one that looks like he's like about to pick him up or something.
Okay, so let's describe that.
I think maybe after they run over to the body and drop down, the first one that I see that looks like he's kind of bending down to pick him up, I just fire off an arrow like right into his head or something.
So you see the arrow whiz through the air, and the guy body snaps forward as he's trying to grab you and falls. He's laying in his puddle of blood.
He's gone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you don't actually have to end your ruse quite yet.
I
But
wanna-
there's 2 more.
I know I want to help, you know, just
Okay.
because I'm not as close to the last bits of my life.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So in this close range, with the other 2, perhaps I peek open an eye to see how they react to it. And if one of them closer to me is surprised, I want to take out my dagger and stab him in the belly.
Sorry, before that, with the 3 advantages, the bow's crit range is a 3.
ooh,
Can I use that to take somebody else out? Okay.
So describe let's re-describe this now.
What if maybe I do one of those fancy things where it pulls out like 2 arrows, then fires them both off, and then is able to hit 2 guys
Okay.
once?
So you see there's only one man left trying to pick you up,
Mm-hmm.
but he looks more concerned about his fallen comrades.
Yeah, I'm going to stab him anyway.
Okay.
And would I be able to get a boost because he probably suspected I was truly dead
Yeah.
because of how good my deception was.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stab him.
Do it.
Okay.
Get him right in the ankle.
Yeah, no, I'm going to stab him in the belly.
Oh.
I will use my movement to get up
Okay.
and scare him. And then I stab him. It's a complete cancel. It's a none. Not thinking about just how cold it was and how it would affect my surprise. I didn't spring up quite as spryly as I thought it would, so I more shamble back up like, went like a zombie. And the man, though surprised, he was able to get out of the way since I was not fast enough. So I just slash at him and I miss.
Okay. You see the last bandit group knocks another arrow, fires it off at Kala. They see him running around, kind of just casting spells. They see you glowing radiantly now.
Mm-hmm.
So they know that, this kid's trouble. The arrow whizzes through the air, punctures Kala in his ribs, and you see Kala collapse. We're back at the top.
How do you make it so cold in here, Masked Weasel?
Telling you nothing.
Jesus, why?
Holy cow.
It's a triumph, 2 successes, 2 advantage.
What new move you got? Give him the 5-star frog splash.
What is it? The surplus
The suplex.
suplex.
Oh, what if he's got like a move called the surplus suplex?
I had a little extra for you.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like maybe he picks you up and tries to like slam you on the ground.
Sounds like it worked.
So how much damage was that?
Yeah, 9 damage.
9 damage pre.
Yeah.
And we got a triumph, so it's another crit roll.
45.
Oh, 45 is So this is actually perfect. You suplexed him, you knocked him down, and you took 1 strain.
Okay.
So you have 2 crits on you. But you're also knocked down, so you are prone.
Okay. I'm gonna shout out. Hey, I can take the damage that he's dishing for now, but I need some help taking him down.
I might go and try to shoot him. I wonder if maybe how many story points do we have?
1.
No. All right.
Yeah, if he didn't use it for that spyglass, I could have taken that extra combat.
Okay.
Okay.
2 successes and oh god, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 advantage. So I'm gonna crit him once,
Nice.
and then that'll be what 7, 9 damage. With the other advantage, can I give
Whoever's going next a boost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give him something really high.
43 is bowled over.
Okay.
So explain the shot, please.
Maybe when he body slammed Luke, he sort of was celebrating by flexing or something, like because he's not all crazy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And while he wasn't really paying attention, he was sort of off balance doing one of his flexes, and I hit him in the shoulder and in the back, and so he kind of falls over. And so he's on the ground just laying next to Luke.
Kala isn't out. I lied. He has like 2 HP left.
Oh, everyone's playing dead today. I'm ready to play dead.
So Kala isn't actually out. I can't do math. That being said, we have another player.
I can go and try to take another shot.
Take advantage of this, right?
Yeah. So what will it take for me to get an attack on him? I have to get up, which is a maneuver, and then is that strain or anything?
You just poke him while you're on the ground.
You have one maneuver, remember, so you can just stand up and attack him.
Yeah. Okay. I'll stand up, and then feels dishonorably to attack a
Oh, just push him off the bridge while he's on the ground.
I'll tell you, there are holes in the bridge. Remember the knots.
All right. So I'm gonna stand up and just try to gauge his reaction real quick. I'm gonna say, "Sir, I have the advantage. Yield now, and I will spare your life."
I hate you.
As a soldier, I give you one last chance.
He does not yield.
No, not at all.
Get this guy out.
So roll me. So are you gonna try to pick him up and throw him out? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I think so. That would be a brawl.
Brawl versus his brawl, which is ooh.
Do I have any advantage because he just went prone?
Yes, you get one boost die. 3 red, 2 purple. I think if you do this,
he's got 3 in brawl. So
yeah, but it's based off his what's it called?
brawn.
Yeah,
All right, so let's try that. So you said 3 red.
yeah.
All right. What's this? Oh, despair. But nope. 2 advantage. Despair 2 advantage.
Yeah, so you try to pick him up, you slip on the ice, you fall, you're right by the opening, you're primed to be pushed out now too.
I know.
But you're both laying on the floor. Is there anything that the Masked Weasel wants to say during this situation?
Tap out, little man.
Ooh.
No, I think it'd probably be something like, "Nobody moves the Weasel."
He's just laying down talking shit.
I mean, he is a boulder of a man. Even lying down, he is fortune reckoned.
Oh Lord.
So that the lonesome bandit on his own is gonna try to stab at Daniel.
Okay.
So he has 1 success. So he gets his dagger, tries to stab at you. It does 6 damage. So what's how much damage do you take?
Take 4.
So he grazes you.
That
looks you.
That ain't a graze, man.
So he stabs into you.
He sure did.
And he looks at you with these eyes. There's intensity behind them now.
So these guys, what else have they done? Or did they just come to try to grab me?
I mean, you want to recap of their actions?
No. I just want to know if they were the ones earlier that shot Kala. Was that the same group?
Nope.
Different
that's
group?
That's the group in the back.
Okay. So I'll draw my sword instead, so that I can have defensive. And then I'm going to swing at him.
Okay.
And was it a maneuver to draw my sword?
Yes.
I'll strain so that I can get an aim.
Okay.
It's terrible. So I got 1 failure, 1 threat. Because of my very sore neck, I cannot focus and swinging. So my distances are off.
Right. So you whiff by his head. It's through. Kala's going to take his turn. You see a marble fly through the air, attaches onto the Masked Weasel, and ignites in fire. So the orb hits the Masked Weasel and does 11 damage as the fire begins to erupt.
Thanks, kid. Glad to see you're okay.
So as the fire erupts,
Well, I mean, he's on fire, so like, but he's probably looking pretty hurt now,
right?
And so he maybe, since he was on the ground, like rolls around to try to put it out.
Oh, God.
Like he gets lit on fire while he's laying on the ground, and he like maybe he still stands up and is just kind of standing there for a second on fire, but he looks visibly like hurt, and he's like, okay, like this is kind of rough at this point, and so he's just I'll be back, losers! And then he jumps out the bridge.
Off the bridge?
So he jumps out of one of the knots in the bridge, and you see a rift kind of open up from behind, and he teleports out. The cold and the air and the frigidness starts to fade away. You see the group of bandits that were patrolling in the back begin to run off. You have the lonesome bandit that you failed to finish off still in your vicinity though.
I mean, you're closest. So.
I can't stop him.
You can tell he's starting to back away. He's starting to he doesn't turn his back on you guys, but you can tell if he gets enough distance, he will.
I don't care. I'm gonna tackle him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can question him.
Okay. So who's tackling him?
I will.
All right, roll me a brawl check.
Sure. What the hell not?
Against his brawl, so 2.
The way you've been rolling, I don't know if you should be doing this.
That's it?
You might fall out.
Setbacks.
No.
Boost.
No.
Can I get boost because I'm super slick? And I
Yeah,
get
but I'm gonna move a story point too.
Fine. Be that way. We need some story points.
Yeah, move the story point.
All right, you ready to feel this?
Mm-hmm.
Is it brawl or brawn? Just brawn?
Brawn.
Oh,
A brawl if you have it.
I don't know.
I didn't expect you to.
No. But I did get 2 advantage.
Okay.
So maybe instead of actually grabbing him and knocking him over, maybe I get him a little off balance. So the next person
Gets
Gets
It's
it.
your turn.
Yeah.
If I see him start to fumble a little bit, I'm ready to tackle him.
like I grab him by the
Okay.
ankles, but I don't stop him.
Let's say I could just shoot him in the leg, maybe.
So who wants to do it?
I'll take it. I
Go
need to do
for it.
something useful today.
Before we start all this, we're after, is Elizabeth still around, or did he take it with her or with him?
I think she's dead.
No, is the body there?
Mhm.
I want to kick it into the abyss,
Okay.
just to let you know.
Okay.
All right. Standard difficulty.
Yeah. With a boost die
1 boost die from
from your
Matthew
buddy.
Walker's actions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. At least there's no failure there. That's a success. 2 successes and 1 advantage. 2
Okay.
advantage. 2 successes, 2 advantage.
So the camera pulls back. It pans. It's like a wide shot. You see Daniel / Matt Walker. I'm just call you Walker.
Just call him Walker.
He tries to grab onto this bandit and misses, but the camera pans to Luke, who tackles him, puts him on the floor. You see Kala is on Gamby. He's already downing a potion. He's gulping it down as fast as possible. Well, what are you up to, John?
I'm probably just watching elsewhere. Now that it looks like, okay, they got the guy. I'm
Right.
just watching elsewhere to make sure nothing tries to sneak up on us while we're kind of vulnerable right now.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to restrain him. Gonna let her go. This is gonna go a lot easier. Just cooperate.
Man, Luke stabbed this dude.
We need some answers. We need to know who he was.
Oh, don't stab the kill. Stab him so he talks.
Yeah. I guess I'll just try to coerce him then.
Okay.
So
What's the actions you're taking to coerce him?
I'm just gonna be threatening him. Definitely letting him get good earshots of Walker.
If you need some ideas, I got some after this.
Okay. So go ahead.
Well,
Get
we'll see how this initial one goes.
a boost.
Get a boost. I wouldn't get boost from glowing runes or anything, would I?
No, not anymore.
No, okay, didn't figure. Just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, call it down the spell so you're not glowing anymore.
Okay, that was a miss. So no successes and
Flat, even.
yeah,
So,
flat even.
So the man looks at you and he goes, I'll tell you nothing.
He's all yours.
Okay, here's what we'll do. Is it still cold? Or
No.
is that gone?
It's not cold anymore.
Oh,
Is it still kind of chilly?
I mean, of course, it's the natural chill of the winter.
Can we strip him down, tie him to a rope, and then dangle him off the bridge? What do you guys think?
does this seem necessary?
Well, we need to know who's following us. This might come up again.
There's somebody looking for you.
Yeah, but even with my disguise, and then I look over at the ferret and I kick it over. So you're telling me that this ferret was spying on us?
The man looks at you. You're a wanted man, Daniel. You're a wanted man.
Is that all you want from me? Just the money?
It's a lot of money.
So Where'd you see this? The wanted poster?
Where else?
How'd you know it was me in my disguise?
We had the ferret.
Okay, so you don't have the ferret anymore? So you and like the masked man are the only ones that know that I changed my looks?
Probably.
I think we're gonna drop you in the abyss then.
I figured.
Well, I'm gonna stab him in the belly and then kick him off.
Whoa.
He kind of gave us what we know.
I'm not comfortable with killing cold blood.
Look away. It's self-defense. They tried to kill us.
Stab him and you kick him off.
And I throw the ferret after him if I didn't kick it off
I
already.
thought you already did.
I hate this ferret so
Kicked it
much.
3 times already.
Sure.
Noodle was supposed to be my friend. I was gonna be able to talk to animals. And it was gonna be cool.
He's made like elaborate effigies and then kicked those off.
I'm so betrayed right now.
So with that, you have the rest of the length of the bridge. You guys have the alternative pillars ahead of you after the bridge, but you also have the Carrion Cavern, which carries all the bandits.
I'm so conflicted. I'm not in any way to fight, but it'd be really great if we can cave that place in. I'm at death's door right now. I'm gonna drink a potion right now.
Okay. So,
Let me rest, and then I'll defer to the rest of you.
I think we need to regroup. We had a rough excursion just there.
mhm.
Let's not get any more bridges anytime too soon.
Yeah, it seems to be, from what you've been saying, bad luck.
So no cavern.
It's up to you guys. He goes, I'm okay with, look, I hate bandits as much as you guys do too. Do we need supplies?
I mean, if they got more healing potions and stuff, yeah, we still got plenty to go. Honestly, if we can, just like with the spices, we steal from these guys, and there's a chance that we can return these items, and if they don't want it, we can use it. You know, it's worth the time. If anything, maybe we will strike. We'll take our time to rest, strike at night when they're probably all sleeping and patrols are low.
But isn't that usually when bandits go out to do things when everyone else is sleeping?
We should go now then.
Oh man, that's a good idea. I was thinking more like when they go out and do their nasty stuff, that means they leave their home more empty because they're all out. But right now they could be sleeping. Are you okay with killing a man in their sleep? Because I am.
Let's not.
Sorry, Luke. I'm just saying.
Ixnay on the killing in cold blood. Nay.
They're bandits. And they attacked us.
So you've never done anything scummy in your life before? You'd think you don't deserve to die for anything bad you've done?
I probably deserve to die, but I'll tell you what, I never robbed from innocent people. As you can see, I rob from other bandits.
Is
Which is
he
probably why they don't like me.
Let's just not lose too many of them in this fight.
Yeah. So you guys make your way outside of the hollow bridge. You walk, your footsteps reverberate through and begin to hit mush and snow. The echoes from the bridge no longer fills the air. Instead is slushing. You guys travel through, take the turn where you're supposed to, and you see the Carrion Cave in front of you. It's a pretty small cavern, though it looks like it kind of juts outwards and kind of expands.
Can we look around to see if it's visible any other entrances or exits?
Okay.
I can use my spyglass if necessary.
Right. Give me a perception or survival with a boost. Anybody else want to do so?
I mean, yeah, I'll probably look around.
Okay.
Yeah. What are we looking at? Perception?
Yeah.
Is there a difficulty or just roll?
Average.
It's nothing.
Oh my god.
Failure 3 advantage.
Find it, John.
3 successes, 1 threat.
Yeah.
All right. So with the 3 successes, it's a cave, so it definitely seems to lead somewhere else too. You also notice that there's not many people patrolling, and it seems like footsteps kind of lead outwards, like they just left.
So I basically just relay that back to everybody. That maybe it looks like if there was a time to kind of not necessarily strike, but I mean get in and do something, now would probably be the time.
So you guys push forward. When echoes through the cave, there's a warmth that seems to emanate from further in. So as you guys move forward, you see that there's housings that line the walls of the caverns.
Like a Adobe, right? Is
Yeah.
that like Adobe huts?
Exactly like that. You see there's mining materials in carts carrying ores left about and strewn. From the housings, you see women begin to head out. Children begin to peek through the openings in the windows of the homes. They look tired and worn. They make contact with the group, or eye contact, and begin to analyze the situation. Some brandish pickaxes, rocks, whatever they kind of can grab. It seems you are not who they expected.
The Scorching Ray podcast is
Jordan Tran,
Ian Rodriguez Delgado.
Glenn Miraflor.
Dominick Tim. Through the Mist uses a modified Genesys role-playing system by Fantasy Flight Games. You can email us at scorchingraypodcast@gmail.com, and you can find us on Twitter at scorchingraypod. And remember, let that fire in your soul burn brightly as you travel through the mist.
I should have been a wrestler. It sounds like so much fun. I don't have to talk to people. I could just hit them.
Just body slam him.